And have it done professionally at a reasonable rate? Well, let Governor's Comedy Club handle it for you. Hi, I'm Tony Walker, the station manager here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast Studio. Have you ever thought about creating any kind of video content? Maybe you'd like to host your own podcast, or you're looking to produce a voiceover reel or a commercial of any kind. Governors can make it happen. Add some legitimacy to your podcast by having the Governor's name behind you. You can even have your podcast streamed on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast YouTube channel, whether it's live or pre-recorded. As part of the Gov's family, we can even occasionally give you free admission into a show at one of the legendary Governor's Comedy Clubs. We offer professional-looking and sounding videos equipped with graphics, Zoom, and phone capabilities. You'll even get a video file of your show, so you can take it and edit it up and post it wherever you want, do whatever you want with it. And just because we're a comedy club, that doesn't mean our content is only comedic. Maybe you'd like to talk sports. Maybe you'd like to promote a charity organization. Whatever your topic, we can make it happen. Our studio is perfect for businesses, organizations, and personalities, so you can post great-looking content and grow your brand. Contact us today, and we'll set up a time that you can come in and see the studio, and we'll discuss all the details. In the meantime, check out all our entertaining shows on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast YouTube channel. Your favorite comedians from your favorite comedy club. See you soon.
Welcome to 3 with Z with me, Rob Kosovich. It's a podcast where a couple of friends get together and talk about current events, pop culture, whatever's on our mind for the week. Joining me as always is the Rob to my big, Christian Z. Hey, Christian. You like that, right?
Yes. I don't like being this close to you, though. It's really...
yeah, it's a little...
I feel like we're in trouble. This is not good.
We've been pulled into the principal's office.
Yep. We're sitting on the corner today because we have a special guest coming on a little bit. We actually have 2 guests. But before we do that, I just wanted to catch up with my buddy Rob for a little bit.
How's it going?
Who's wearing an excellent... it's like a True Romance style shirt. That's like the shirt he wears.
This one.
I ever tell you I bought that shirt on the internet once, and they show you just a picture of Christian Slater in the shirt, and then I bought the shirt, and it's not the same shirt.
Right. I think I told you this week. Last week I bought the Romeo shirt, the Leonardo DiCaprio shirt.
Is that it?
No.
Oh.
It's at my house. I haven't been able to go open it yet. But I'm gonna look like Leonardo DiCaprio in it. And what he's like 16 in the Romeo and Juliet movie?
I think he is, yeah.
But I don't know how it's gonna fit. It's gonna be.
Are you
I'm gonna be squeezed.
So you don't want to cross that bridge yet, basically.
Yeah, I don't have the guts.
You're just
really...
putting the packages in the corner on the table, and you're just looking at it, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting bigger, bigger, bigger. The package is getting smaller, smaller, and smaller.
Is that what you're gonna wear to my wedding?
Yeah, I think so.
We should do a Romeo and Juliet themed wedding from that 1998 movie.
Dude, she could wear the wings and stuff.
She's never even seen the movie, which makes me angry,
I dressed
too.
up like John Leguizamo.
You want to be John Leguizamo?
With the spurs?
Oh. Speaking of, there has been a well-established rule we were just talking about now. There's going to be no Hawaiian shirts to my tropical wedding.
Well, that's for the ceremony, right?
Yeah, you're allowed to wear Hawaiian shirts on your own vacation. Yeah. She's not a Nazi. Yeah, I mean, it's just.
I just can't be in pictures if I'm dressed like this.
On the invitations, it does say because it's going to be 95 degrees outside. I mean, I have to wear a suit, so I have zero sympathy for you guys trying to find a light colored.
Oh, I'm getting a linen suit.
Linen suit.
I'm gonna look like Marlon Brando in Dr. Violet Moreau.
If you saw, we did. Shout out, happy 75th birthday to my father yesterday.
Happy birthday, Rich.
Big Rich. We went to the beach at first in the morning, and first discussion that ties into the wedding thing here. I did think about this yesterday. As much as I love the beach, because of my ADHD and just my general personality, I'm not a big fan of the beach because you're not doing anything.
That's the whole point.
She loves going to the beach. She could sit there and she could just look at the ocean for hours. I immediately set up a little campsite, sit down, and I'm like, great, what do I do now? And it's torturous.
How about reading at the beach?
I've tried it. The sun gets in my eyes. I'm sweating. It's camping, but you're only camping for 2.5 hours, and it's just something that it also sucks the life out of you for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, you're done for the day. Do you swim?
I do swim, but
it's like 15 minutes of the 3
and then I
hours.
go back and I'm like, great, what am I going to do now? But this beach we go to also has a golf course. I had it planned in my head all week. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go play golf. It's going to be fun. And
you're going to leave her at the beach while you go?
Because she can do beach things. She can read on her own. She could just meditate and stare directly. I don't know. God bless her. And I also people watch and I see other people doing it. And I'm like, you're all psychos that you could just relax. I can't relax. I'm incapable of relaxing. But then we went back to my house. We had a barbecue for my dad. We were discussing the wedding, and my nephew Julian is going to be the ring bearer.
Oh, very nice.
I realized today we're going to go look at suits. I have some colors picked out. I'm doing this well in advance, so I have everything all ironed out. My sister turns because Julian is her son, and we're like, oh, I'm gonna have to take him to go look at suits, and she's like, there's no point in making him buy a suit to make him wear for 20 minutes because he's gonna take it off, which in theory is a wonderful idea. But then she goes, we could just get it on Shein or something for him. The look on my wife's face was just a total she's like, we're gonna take him to Encino and we're gonna get him a suit. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll buy him a fucking suit. I'm not buying it on Shein, but yeah,
maybe rent him a suit. I don't. Do they rent little kid suits?
My problem is the price of rentals now is $100 less than just buying it.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense for us, but for a kid,
he's gonna grow it out of it. Yeah.
In 3 minutes.
Maybe she's go on Wish or Amazon. Maybe just not Shein if she would have said it a different way. But yeah. I mean, that was my week. I'm dead. I can't recover from the beach right off the rip. Anyway, it's just something that the life is sucked out of me for 2 days. But we are bringing back today a very special guest, one of our recurring guests. So he's waiting. Thank you.
Don't make him wait.
Don't
Christian.
make him wait one more second. I want to give a big shout out. We have 2 guests today. Our first one, ladies and gentlemen, the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be. Ladies and gentlemen, Bret Hart. Bret?
It's him.
That's him?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying his sound. It's him. He's got it. There he goes.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, Brett.
I'm doing all right.
Brett. I'm doing all right. Brett, us bringing you back here, we got such a response from you the first time. We just wanted to ask you first, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. I just had a birthday party up in Calgary, and they brought this comedian up, and he was lousy. He stunk the place up and really ruined the whole thing. But other than that, doing okay.
Good. Where are you from in Canada, Brett?
Calgary,
Alberta, Canada. To back up, welcome back on the show. We did want to do this. This is a new segment me and Rob started doing last week. I do a rapid fire current events okay? And I just want to hear your take on the world, Brett. People love you. You have millions of fans since the 80s, 90s. I mean, you are the best of all time. I just wanted to get your opinion on 3 different rapid-fire current events. Are you ready?
Let's see. Go ahead.
The first one, for those of you who don't know, all the listeners, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck Colombia yesterday, killing 111 people and causing widespread destruction. Brett, what is your feelings on that?
I mean, that's really unfortunate. I know that's a lot of damage. I mean, I haven't seen damage that big ever since Bill Goldberg stepped in a ring. I mean, every time he worked, it was like a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. You know, I remember he dropped Haku on his head one time, and Kurt Hennig would tell me every night how hurt he was taking all the spears from Bill Goldberg. I think after Bill Goldberg was done wrestling, they had to probably take the ring off with some caution tape, you know, just as a crime scene afterwards. He kicked me in the head, costed me millions of dollars, 20 years of my career, and gave me a stroke. Bill Goldberg was the shits.
Well, thank you, and rest in peace, all the victims of the Colombian earthquake. Our second current events question, because we need to know, Brett, we need to know, how do you feel about the Middle East plan friction right now in the Middle East with Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu publicly rejecting the U.S.-backed Gaza peace plan and said the Israeli forces will not withdraw from Gaza until all of Hamas is disarmed and destroyed? Brett, tell us how you feel.
Backing out, I mean, that reminds me a lot of like Shawn Michaels. You know, you'd make peace with him. You'd make peace with him 10 minutes later, and then he'd go out there and stab you in the back. I think I draw a parallel to that there. Shawn Michaels was a two-faced lion chicken shit. And that's a snake who never changes stripes. And, you know, he screwed me in Montreal. But then, you know, that I kind of felt a little bit better after I realized that Sean actually got screwed harder than I did that night. And but you know, I always thought that Shawn Michaels was an absolute piece of shit. And again, a snake who never changes stripes.
Well, thank you, Brett. All right, we're going to wrap this up with the third one here. We do know you're from Canada, Calgary, Alberta. I don't know how big a fan of baseball you are, but hot topic hit my desk last night from ESPN. Bryce Harper and the FanDuel controversy with U.S. Congress putting pressure on the MLB to say that they are influencing people to gamble and it is an addictive problem in this country, and that they used a video on FanDuel of Bryce Harper for their promotion, which now Congress is pushing back on the MLB and saying they're not allowed to do that. I promise you, Rob, I see you looking at me. Bryce Harper, the exact quote said, his excuse, his defense is he did not have a clue that they were using him in that video. Brett, how do you feel?
I mean, I think he sounds a lot like that stupid idiot Eric Bischoff. What he was doing over at the WCW. You know, I go in there all the time and say, how about you put me with Booker T or Benoit or Kurt Hennig? And he would say, oh, we can't do that because the sky is blue. Then I'd walk out of his office and be like, that wasn't even a reason. You know, the same finish every week. 800 NWO guys run onto the ring and maybe have an elephant fly out of the score clock. But instead they put me with Bill Goldberg. Kicked me in the head. Cost me millions of dollars, 20 years of my career, and gave me a stroke. And as I said, I remember Kurt Hennig would tell me every night how hurt he was taking all those spears from Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg was the shits.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bret Hart's first take, Google Trending News. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Never give Bret a round of applause on that one.
The best take there ever was.
I could sit down with Brett all day and just rattle off current events and hear him fire back all day. That should be just be right.
Wait, so they're allowed to gamble, but the Congress's problem is that
Bryce is in the video, yeah.
But Kevin Hart can do it. That's fine.
I do have an issue with this. Mind you to talk about this with our second guest, Brendan. I don't want to talk about it too much with Brett because he's going to get heated, okay? But bring that back up. We will discuss it.
Sorry, Brett.
Brett's topic, which is also going to go into our second guest, the wonderful comedian Brendan Malloy. Brett, what are your opinions on the declining WWE product right now? And I just want to get some of your takes on SummerSlam before Brendan comes onto the camera, okay?
I thought that the SummerSlam was lousy. You know, I always said that if Triple H ever took over the creative, it would go way down.
You did say that.
You did.
You look at half the stadium is tarped off for the SummerSlam. And I mean, I think this pretty much puts the rest of those idiots that say Bret Hart never drew money because, like, I sold out Wembley Stadium, motherfucker. These guys, I got half the stadium tarped off. You know, I thought that it really wasn't that great of a show, to be honest. I don't think it needs to be drawn out over 2 nights. And I think that this Danhausen stuff is so stupid. It's like this. It's like something that belongs on Saturday morning Cartoon Network, and it's on. And I didn't think that that's something that belongs on wrestling. It's
it's too silly for wrestling, right, Brett?
It's stupid. It's really stupid, and I was happy to see Nick Aldis get a comeback match, but unfortunately, he had to work with Gunther. He's got a lazy shit style of wrestling, and I don't think you need to leave any cuts and welts and chops all over the guy. There's no art to that. I never hurt anyone. When I worked with guys, they wouldn't even know that I was quote unquote hating them or anything. But and I really thought. I mean, I like Brock Lesnar, and it's unfortunate that I think it looks like he's retired now. Unless he's gonna pull a Cher and do another comeback tour, but I like Brock. I didn't think that they needed to drag out the Obafemi stuff for 3 matches. In my opinion, I think basically they already did that finish at Mania with the torch passing. I don't know why they did.
That is true.
It's a good point.
So, and I thought, like you look at Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, you got to hit your finisher 7 times to win a match now. I mean, it's like it's a video game, these matches now. If it's a finisher, it should be the finish. It's good. It was a good match, but again, it's a lot has changed, and I think that when you do that kind of stuff, it takes away the credibility of the wrestler. When his finishing move doesn't work, right? So,
yeah. Brett, with Brock and Obafemi passing the torch, do you have any thoughts about someone passing the torch to you? Maybe like you lost your belt at WrestleMania and you were supposed to win it again at SummerSlam. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, that was, look at what Brock did for Oba. That was so great. That's what Hulk Hogan refused to do for me. That absolute phony piece of shit.
I can listen to him all day.
He's the one who completely monkey fucked the finish at WrestleMania 9. I love that stupid finish. I remember thinking when Vince told me that was the new finish, I said, "You got to be shitting me." And how about Yoko cheats to beat me, then I say, "Okay, go get the belt for me." What kind of bullshit logic is that? We were supposed to do a match at the SummerSlam later that year. We did the photo shoot with the belt and everything, and Vince called me and said, "You're going to beat Hogan with the sharpshooter in the middle of the ring." SummerSlam.
Great.
And then Hulk pulled that doesn't work for me, brother. And he left, and he never did it. And Hulk Hogan was someone who just sabotaged me any chance he could get. He did the same things to me over at the WCW because he had creative control, and he was in the ear of that stupid idiot Eric Bischoff. And you never had a clue. I'd never been a bigger clueless idiot in my life than Eric Bischoff. I mean, the guy wouldn't know a good idea if it ran him over. And, probably would need a GPS to find his own asshole, that guy. He was an idiot. But Hulk Hogan, you look at a guy like Hulk Hogan, 9 out of 10 promo, 9 out of 10 look, 1 out of 10 wrestler.
Ladies and gentlemen, a 9 out of 10 wrestler. 10 out of 10 comedian. I do want to bring on our second guest now because I do want to talk to him so bad about all of this. I'm just containing all my laughter in here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say goodbye to Bret Hart. I want to bring on a good friend to this show. Ladies and gentlemen, comedian Brenton Malloy, everybody.
Right. Here, let me put a shirt on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, while Brendan is getting dressed, I just wanted to give a special shout out to him. You could get voicemails left by him as Bret Hart, as hundreds of other people. I don't know how many impressions he does. I just keep calling him on for this one because I'm mentally ill. But the guy is just so well versed in impressions, and I can't. I really can't. I talk to him throughout the week. Sometimes I just want Bret Hart reaching out to me. I just really want to be friends with Bret Hart, I think. And Brendan is my, it's the way my child, I'm just talking to young Christian is just talking to Brendan all the time. But wow, he did that really fast. How you doing, Brendan?
What's going on, guys?
How's
Good.
it going?
I did want to ask you because we were going to have you on a few weeks back. I did want to say congratulations on this, and please also tell us how this went. Brendan performed for Bret Hart on his birthday at the
awesome.
Hitman Bar. How did that go, and what was it like meeting him? It had to be incredible, right?
Yeah, so it was how it came about was the Hitman's Bar found my page online on Instagram. So they watched my stuff.
That's sick.
Jamal from the Hitman's Bar, and he told me. So I was like, well, like I do stand up, right, like you guys do, but like I never done like a live show with the Hitman gimmick, right? And the first time I'm doing it, like he's there, it's his birthday.
Yeah, that's
So
gonna be.
like, there's a lot of like, this is one of those creative endeavors where it's like, holy shit, like you're really jumping into the deep end, right?
Yeah.
So I get there and I do the show, and it's like 15 minutes of brand new fucking material, which like comedians don't do that. You don't do 15 minutes of brand new material. You have something you build on your open mics over time. But I had no open mics to practice this shtick at, right?
Yeah.
So it was all new, but it was good, man. And like after this, because I didn't know what Brett was gonna think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He doesn't always seem like the best sport, or like he takes himself seriously. So like, I don't know how he would take that.
So I went in the back after my set, and I saw Brett because I was in the back room with him, and I shook his hand. I had a really good interaction with him.
That's great.
And he said to me, thank you so much for coming out and putting on a great show.
Oh,
so I
awesome.
guess, yeah, he did have a good time. And his daughter told me, too, that he was laughing. So I think a lot of, like, the Shawn Michaels jokes especially we've gotten over with him. So it was a really fun experience. I would love to do more of the in-person shows like that as my following grows. I think that's something that would be really cool to build upon. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's something totally different than anything I've ever experienced before.
I couldn't. When you told me that, because you texted me the week before you were doing it, you said big announcement coming up, and I was like, what? What could it be? And sure enough, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't want that pressure. I would not want that pressure. It's like, oh, yeah, perform comedy in front of Dave Chappelle on his birthday, new material, 15 minutes. I was like, yeah, I couldn't. That was But the thing that also gets me about Brett too, like you were just saying, like I would be so worried to perform in front of him because he seems like he either loves it or he hates it. So the fact that he got the compliment out of it, I would have just never spoke to Brett. I would have taken it, shook his hand, and ran away real fast. But we do want to have you on here. By the way, I'll plug all your social media, your Cameo, Vimeo, everything you got right now, so that our listeners can follow you.
Yeah, so my Instagram handle is _ Brendan Malloy, BrendanMalloy. That's the same as handle as my TikTok. I post on YouTube as well, and I also offer Cameo. So a lot of people like birthday greetings. Like I did a birthday greeting from Lars Ulrich last night. Roasts Bret Hart. Sometimes like I get asked to roast a Shawn Michaels fan or a Goldberg fan or something. Like one of my favorite ones I did actually is I got hired to roast a grocery store staff as Bret Hart because I'm just late all the time and shit like that. Like that was a lot of fun. So, and I also offer voicemails. People hire me to do voicemails too, like as usually Lars Ulrich or Bret Hart or one of the other many impressions I do. And there's phone calls as well. But you guys can find me on Instagram and you can connect more on there.
Right before I met you, interestingly enough, this is why I also think the phones do listen to us and it affects our algorithm. When I initially met you, I messaged you because Rob was always late everywhere. So I did, before I met you, before I saw your videos, I did used to, and I do it. I'm not an impressionist. I just do comedy. I respect impressionists because it's a skill I don't have, and I've tried. Believe me, I've tried. But I've left Rob voicemails as Bret Hart, and it's just an abysmal impression, but he only laughs to it. And then you popped up on YouTube on the train ride home, and I was like, this is exactly what I needed. Yeah. And then we ended up becoming friends. It actually worked out. To move into this now, by the way, I do want to give a shout out. Our friend logged on the YouTube. He messaged us at 7 o'clock this morning. Shows you he works a regular job. Uncle Ned's kid, John Ryan, gave us a shout out. He said, Brett screwed Brett. We love you, John. I would like to have John on down the line. Absolutely.
Yeah,
add him to the... But to go into Brendan's topic for this week, because it's going to be an interesting one, the decline of the WWE product. I kind of want it, wrestling in general, is on a downslope right now. I hope it comes back because it's something I generally love since I was a kid. But Brendan, what are some of the stuff you wanted to bring up with this shit show of a product right now? You're a big Danhausen fan. I know that.
I don't know. I don't know. It seems that I think that it's already public knowledge that there's more cooks in the kitchen creatively than when Vince was there.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people love to point the finger at Triple H. Again, I'm not backstage, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's actually going on. I think there's definitely more at play when you create this giant corporate juggernaut that's not a family-owned business anymore. You know, maybe Triple H wants to do something, but then someone at TKO says, "No, you're not taking the belt off this guy.
Yeah,
no, you're not doing it because this guy's selling." No, this guy's winning the Royal Rumble because he's selling more T-shirts. You know, I think there probably is stuff like that going on, which maybe creates an incoherency in the product you're seeing. Which I think that is something that's very much at play. I definitely feel like storyline wise, I'm not connected to pretty much anything they're doing.
This is what I've seen in wrestling more recently over the past, I would even say 5-10 years. It's been shedding in and out. There's no real story anymore. A guy challenges another guy to a match because it's either I've earned this, I deserve it, I'm better than you. There's no side storyline anymore, really at all. And it's just the same thing on repeat and repeat and repeat. I also don't like, I'm wearing a Rodman shirt, NWO shirt today. I liked when they inserted celebrities in the 90s. I thought they did it better because they were involved in the story. Now, like, I love Pat McAfee, but they just insert him and they don't give him like a real purpose, or like the Travis Scott thing they did. They just completely disappeared. Well, also, I heard he was a nightmare to work with, which is hilarious. His wrestling career was 3 months long and he was a fucking nightmare to work with. It was crazy. But those are one of my big things. The storylines, there's just nothing anymore that like really draws you in at all.
Yeah, there seems to be a real lack of like emotional stakes.
Yes,
which kind of elevates it past just, I want the belt.
I love when I make a really ignorant baseline point and then you describe it very eloquently. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. Yeah. The other thing that's also going on to actually be involved, I feel, Brendan, in this in this product, you have to spend a lot more money than you ever had to before.
But that's my issue. That's my issue is the tickets are so expensive, but like, the main event isn't Bret Hart versus The Undertaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if you don't have Bret Hart, The Undertaker, Sting, and Ric Flair on the card, like, I'm not going to spend that kind of money.
Yeah. I did look up the numbers last night. Obviously, if you had cable USA, you had Raw, okay, and you were buying the pay-per-views. When you had the network, okay, the WWE network was $9.99, and you got the pay-per-views, okay? Then they moved it to Peacock for $16.99. Now on ESPN, it is $30, and that's not including Raw because then you got to get a Netflix subscription.
Yeah.
For the product now, like it's just absolute. But they do let you the ticket prices with this. Most tickets are over $1,000 now, most of them. But you get to keep the chair. Do you remember the chair story, Brendan? We do have a chair.
Well, yeah, but that's just for the floor, not if you're up in the.
Well, no, all the way, the whole floor. They let you keep the chair.
Right.
That's
I thought it was only the first couple rows.
Yeah, I think that's just the VIP.
I don't know if they've changed it under TKO. Like it used to be only the first couple rows.
That they said that online last night. I'm going to look at the internet there, and they're just assuming it's the whole thing. Me and Rob actually, we went to SummerSlam last year, and we got to keep our chairs. And I got to hustle an English guy and his son. I sold him the chair.
I still have my chair.
He still has his chair. He plays video games in it all the time.
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of that.
Well, which one was that?
It's Punk and Gunther.
Shit match. Shit style of wrestling.
That was a fucking
Sorry,
great match.
stealing your line. It was a great match. I did like that SummerSlam also too, but it was also a lifelong dream of mine to sit front row there at a wrestling match, and you totally paid for that as a friend. I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, but the other thing I did want to discuss here, Danhausen. I send Brendan videos all the time of Danhausen.
I mean, Danhausen's great.
Oh, shame on you. I disagree strongly.
What? I mean, that's how I like my wrestling. I like it.
Shitty? Shit. I just feel they've run his fucking shtick into the ground.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not watching all of Raw, and I'm not watching everything.
Did you see the song? Him and what's his name singing? Brandon, who was he singing the song with? My buddy, Joe Hendry.
The guy's name. Joe Hendry.
Oh,
Say his name.
If he walked in right now, it'd be the best podcast of all time. I get Brendan and Joe Hendry on the same podcast. I do feel he's also a merchandise machine right now.
That's why they're pushing him.
Yeah.
So much.
He's the king
But
of...
that's why he's on TV all the time, and that's why he has a match at SummerSlam, because he's selling T-shirts.
Yeah, and that's something Tony... So he got famous, I didn't know this, during COVID in indie wrestling. He got really big, and then AEW signed him really fast. He had a broken leg, so he couldn't wrestle in matches.
You don't remember that? He was kind of hobbling around in AEW. He was around, and it was like a good bit, but it was...
Then they never did anything with him.
Yeah. But AEW does that a little bit.
Yeah, that's my the part of the stuff I did want to discuss too. AEW is this just adds into the. I think wrestling, like you were saying, has to be run in a very specific way. Now,
You want someone with a vision in charge,
and you kind of need that guy to be like, yes, no, we're going with it. And if it was bad, it was bad. But when it was good, it was good. It just seems like when you have I don't even know how many writers they really have right now. I know Road Dogg was the head of creative at one time, but then I don't know what Triple H was. He was supposed to be the guy to say yes and no at the final. But then I really... They're also not transparent about this because they don't want to put the blame on anybody in particular until they fire them. But
I mean, because it was interesting, and I haven't watched much of it. The Unreal documentary on Netflix, because I like kayfabe, so I'm not huge into watching all that behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
But you can clearly see, like in those creative meetings, this is January, I guess December of 24 or January of 25, probably more like fall of 24, where Triple H says, I mean, the Rumble winner's got to be Punk.
yes. Yep.
And that wasn't what happened.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, did someone above step in? I know some other people in the meeting said, I think it was Michael Hayes was the one who pushed Jay.
Yeah.
That's why, and then it ended up that match didn't even main event either night. So it's but then the story was, Punk's getting his first Mania main event. But if you want to do that story, man, just have him win the fucking Rumble.
Yeah. There's one main event that really matters. So and it should be the Rumble winner.
It should be the Rumble winner, but as long as Roman Reigns is around, the night 2 main event's pretty much going to be him 9 out of 10 times.
And they're still running with the Bloodline story. It's been almost...
that's something I've totally checked out. I didn't understand why they did that angle with Jacob and Roman after Mania, which Jacob is an upcoming talent, and the whole purpose is to this feud, whether he wins or loses in some form or way, should elevate him as a main event guy. But then the stipulation last match is he has to join the Bloodline if he loses. So now he's back from a singles competitor hiding in a faction of 4 other guys.
Yep. And apparently WWE is also notorious for that. We're telling you, they don't give you a full shot. They want to see a big flash in a pan, and then they run with it. They'll drive you right into the ground. They want to destroy you. They don't want a little dip in your.
It's funny. I always thought that was Vince, and now it seems like they do it even more now. So I don't know what that is.
My genuine view on that is I think they're trying to do what Vince did with 45 people, and that's a problem, Now, the big thing is the rumor is he's coming back. Have you heard that? Because that court case is now...
I feel like I've heard that rumor come and go a couple of times.
The man is also in his mid-70s now? Is he 7? Is he 8?
No, he's 80.
Yeah.
He's 80?
Oh, yeah. He's in his 80s.
I mean... But I wasn't also a big fan of the 2015 era Vince product either, It's just, I think...
you saw, definitely 2010 onward, there was a noticeable decline.
Yeah. And that's why I also, when we talk about Cena, the last time we were on here, we were talking about Cena, I I didn't watch a lot of the Cena era. I respect John Cena for what he did for the business and everything like that, but those were the years when I really didn't watch, and I do get why when they say like he carried the company on his back. Why? It was all him on there. That's another thing that's really where I stopped watching his retirement match. I did not like the way they handled that whatsoever. I didn't like when they finally turn him heel, and it's the worst run ever. They didn't even know what to do with it. And the Cody feud didn't make any sense. Travis Scott disappears. The Rock comes back. He's involved in this. You think like the corporation is coming back, and then the Rock disappears to go shoot Moana.
You would have think the Rock and Cena versus Cody, like the old guy's holding the new guy down. That writes itself, and then it was kind of weird.
They were probably going to do like a Rock Cena versus Cody Roman, like a big at a SummerSlam or something, or Saudi Arabia or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they. And I know, like, again, it's just I'm talking about people from above coming in. Like, I know for a fact, because they said it publicly, that Ari Emanuel is the one who brought The Rock in for Elimination Chamber. Not Triple H. Ari Emanuel called The Rock. But, like, if you're bringing The Rock in for a one-off appearance because Elimination Chamber was a stadium show in Toronto, I was there, and they need to sell tickets. Yeah. So it's like, holy shit, we're going to call The Rock to help sell some tickets. But, like, you can't have The Rock come in and do something like that angle, which is integral to the storyline, and then he just fucks off the next day.
Yeah. He didn't even rock bottom anybody when he was there either. We couldn't get a move out of him, I don't think. Was that the one where he whipped Cody for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, after Cena turned heel.
Yeah. No explanation of it there.
Yeah.
It's just that the way you just said that, is the exact feeling I have towards wrestling over the past year. It sucks. I just feel... I also, to wrap this topic a little bit, I feel wrestling, writing-wise and creative, is best when they're competing against another company and when they're kind of struggling almost to, like, get the viewers. But then once they have the viewers, they lose them in the next 2 years well on their own accord.
If they sell tickets, they don't care.
Once they. And we will definitely be talking about this more in the future. I do want to bring into Rob's second topic here because you're also a music guy. We discussed, me and him just text about random music stuff all the time, and last time we did discuss music.
You just keep bragging to me about how much you're texting him.
Me and Brendan are good friends. I mean, Brendan answers text Rob, okay? He's not on the beach in Greenport at 2 p.m, missing business meetings, big business meetings. We have a sponsor.
I apologize for that.
We have a future sponsor coming up in the pipeline that Rob should have okayed with me. But okay, all right. On to, we sound like Opie and Anthony right now. We're bickering. All right, the second topic we're going to do is Rob's, if you want to take us into it.
Yeah, so I wanted to... I've been driving around a lot, so it was just on my mind about the best songs to drive to. And talking to you guys, we expanded it a little bit on just like the best songs to do whatever to. I just wanted to... So I was ready to start on best driving songs if you want. I don't know how many other ones you have.
I have a lot of fill in the blanks. I do.
Okay.
But just driving alone, my favorite song, like if I'm late to work and I got to catch the train, it's Black Betty. I get there every time. It takes me there in a way that I've never imagined in my life. And then if I'm going to, like, my favorite get in the car, like, I'm warming up, I'm getting all my stuff together, everything, it's kind of a cheesy pick because it's from a movie, but Moby Flowers.
I don't know that
Bring one. Sally up and bring Sally. It's from Gone in 60 Seconds. It's when he steals the car.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
I think of Nicolas Cage in a leather jacket immediately.
Right, and you're like checking your shift.
There's no better way to start your work shift than those two. Those are my two driving. My other one I had when we initially talked about this topic, Only at Night. I have some songs and bands I only listen to at night, and some I listen to during the day. I hate Bruce Springsteen with everything in me. Not that I hate Bruce. I hate the hype around Bruce and how much people like. He's great, but he's not He's not Dylan. He's not Hendrix. But Born to Run, if I'm driving home at night, it just my other soft Bruce song that I like at night, Only at Night. If you listen to it during the day, you're a psychopath. Stolen Car. Have you ever heard Bruce's Stolen Car?
I don't know it off the top of my head, but I've probably heard it.
I cry every time, and I don't know what the song's about. I just get an emotion going. But Brandon, what's your favorite driving song up there in Albany?
Driving song Like if I'm gonna go to the gym,
You could do that one. You could do subcategories on this topic. Yes.
I like
driving
where
to
I'm
the
going.
gym. I think "A Long Way to the Top" by AC/DC is a great song.
Oh, fucking great song. Yeah, I think Vince's song too. That was Vince's driving to the gym song. He loved AC/DC apparently. I could see it now, obviously. But I could listen to going to the gym, any System of a Down song.
I was gonna say "This Is a Down" was my next pick. When I was doing field sales too, like when I need to wake myself up in the morning, I just do the Soldier Side intro into BYOB to get my ass going.
Yeah. I also
my coffee.
I love that the song I've been playing on repeat is the you know that one, Rob?
Yeah.
Oh my God. People don't need that. I don't know any lyrics. It's a song. Like, I can't repeat System of a Down lyrics to anybody. Like, oh, you know that song? You have to just get the feel of it.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible band. My favorite song. When we were going into the bands, Brendan. Do you agree with this? Do you only listen to certain bands at certain times of the day?
I mean,
like, I cannot put on U2's "It's a Beautiful Day" at 12 o'clock.
I'm that kind of guy. The only problem is, like, if I listen to System of a Down at like 11:30 at night, like that's gonna wake me up.
Yes, you're fucked. A band I listen to at night, I'm a big fan of. I saw them at Forest Hills. They're just a great band. And he's not a really great singer. He just fits well for the band. The National. Why do you give me that? Do you like them or no?
No, yeah, they're good. I like them.
Why? You think because they're liberal I can't listen to them? Is that what you were
That had
implying?
nothing to do with it.
Okay.
I don't know their politics.
Sometimes I read into Rob's facial expressions too much.
You read way too much into it.
From editing these clips, there's sometimes I can't notice it when we're doing the show. I've made a few points, and then I'm editing the clip, and I see you do that. Do it again. Do it again. The big yep. I see you do your nod. Like, okay, asshole. Okay. But my other favorite one here, I'm going to pull up some of these categories here.
Right. So for my driving song, I don't know how many video games you play, Brendan, but there's a game called Uma Masume. It's a game about horse racing from Japan, but the horses are all girls, so they're like horse girls. And then if they win the race, they get to sing. There's a song called "Girls Live View" from that is just that's like an idol song from Japan about running fast. And I get on the LIE and I'm doing 80 miles an hour to the song.
I don't know how we're supposed to ever move past what you just said. So you're playing a video game where you're a Japanese female horse.
No, you're the trainer for the horse.
And the song,
the song that they sing when they win a race about running fast, it's a great driving song.
I thought dudes played Call of Duty.
I haven't played Call of Duty in years.
Brandon, I had such a horrible. He was running a restaurant. What was that game you were playing where you were running a restaurant and you didn't answer the phone once and you're like, I'm playing this game and your brother.
Oh yeah, it was.
He was running a sushi restaurant.
Right, yeah, but during the day you have to go catch the fish for your sushi restaurant. I don't remember what it was called.
But he didn't answer the phone because he had too many customers. So he's an entrepreneur. Apparently he owns restaurants and horses and all this. Wow.
Yeah, I'm very busy during the day.
So not only do you play these weird Japanese female horse games, but you then actively download the song to drive on the LA.
The song is that good.
All right, I will give it a shot for you. Okay. I do have we were talking about guilty pleasure ones here. Okay. Some of these categories, I'm ashamed to say, but a lot of Limp Bizkit songs fit into these categories. Favorite song to listen to when you're angry.
Or break stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's a great gym song too, though. And then you literally, you pop your tendon in your back leg here. My favorite song to play at the beach is a whole subsect here because I grew up in the 90s here on Long Island. My mom used to take us to the beach all the time.
You bring a boombox to the beach?
She played Long Island's KTU actively on repeat. And there's that song, I Saw the Sign.
Yeah.
It played, KTU must have just played it on every other song they played that. But whenever I hear that song, I picture the Loop Parkway on the by the Southern State down there. King of the Beach is also. I also don't want to recommend a song for a category that has it in the title. But I love listening to King of the Beach on my way to the beach.
Yeah, sure. No.
You get my vibe on that one?
But it feels a little too on the nose, a little too close.
What was the story? Because you brought this one into the group text where you and I were both texting. A bad time to hear a song.
Right. Mine was going to work, and if Billy Joel's Moving Out comes on, because then I just want to quit.
One of our mutual friends, he was dating a girl we both know, And I was so hurt by what she did. When she broke up with him and moved out, she put on her Instagram story, like her pulling out of the driveway. I swear to God, it's true. And she put on, I'm moving out. And I'm like, if some girl did that to me, like, oh, the anger.
She was waiting to do it.
Yeah, this is why Scott Peterson did it. This is why OJ did it. This is what I'm getting, you know? Like, that's real anger. That's a real fun. Then that song is ruined for you. Billy Joel, I don't want to ruin a Billy Joel song for me.
No, that's tough.
Brandon, what was your moment? You said you had a bad song story?
Yeah, it was the timing of this. Is actually a fucking funny story. So this is like 7:00 in the 7:15 or something in the morning.
Okay.
And my brother and I are going to the gym. Okay, and he's driving, and I fucking rip a nasty ass fart. Okay, a nasty one, and he gets in the car. And it fucking reeks, okay? Like, it's horrible. And he's like, and my brother gets so mad when that happens. And he's fucking, he's laying into me. Brendan, don't fucking do that. What's disgusting? And anyways, so as it stinks, Breathe by Pink Floyd comes out. And it's breathe in the air as it stinks. And even that broke my brother. Like, we both just started fucking dying of laughter.
I don't have a brother, but Rob does. I don't get the torture amongst the sibling. I have just a sister. We just verbally abused each other. Never fucking. Were the windows up? Did you purposely do it?
Oh no, they were up. Yeah.
Want to also give a shout out to one of the viewers watching live, Ann. Ann, we love you, Ann, from California, with Turtles and Motorcycles. My God, I can't. I wanted to go into this third topic too. Oh, before we leave music, I did want your review on. Brendan went to go see Rush at Madison Square Garden, and the first text I haven't listened to. I saw Rush in high school with my dad. But I never thought they could fill that spot after Neil Peart died. And my first question to him, I was like, how was the drummer? And he sent me a video of this girl. She's like, what is she like live? Is it amazing? Really?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
How long did they give you a long show too?
Oh, like there was like an 18-minute break in between in the half set, but it's like when the runtime of the songs is like at least 2 hours and 40 minutes.
I love when a band gives you what you pay for. Are you Tony? You could put your mic down too. You could chime in. I forget. Tony Walker, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi,
Tony.
Are you a Rush fan?
Yes.
I saw them. When can Geddy still sing?
Geddy sounds better on this tour than he did the previous 3 times I saw him. So I don't know who his. My guess is he saw some vocal coach for this tour to get him, because that was honestly even more so than the drummer. That was more so my question mark. Man, 73 years old, he hasn't sung in over 10 years, and it's like that's hard shit to sing too. But like even on that that last verse on Free Will, like he hit it note for note.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, that's always one I was going to allow somebody else to test the water with, and I'm happy that. What's the best show you've ever been to live? Because we were talking about this a little bit last time.
I mean, for me, Rush is up there. For that last Rush show, definitely up there. But for me, it's like Metallica or Tool.
You've seen Tool live?
Oh, like 6 times. That was my first date with my girlfriend. Yeah.
Shut up! Really?
Yeah, it was my first date.
Your girl likes good music?
Oh, my girl likes all the music I like.
I'm so envious of that because my wife listens to nothing but shit on repeat. We got into an argument over our first dance song. I wanted to do my guilty pleasure band, and I don't really care anymore. I love the Goo Goo Dolls. I'm fine. I'm a man. I'm willing to admit it. But she wants to do Justin Bieber as our first dance song. Ooh. I'm not asking.
Wait, which one?
I didn't even look at the text, buddy. She's texting it to me. She's like, this is the first dance song, and I immediately just threw the phone against the wall. But I don't want Tool. I'm not asking for, I'm not even asking for a perfect circle here. But to have Justin, it's her fucking wedding, I guess.
Yeah.
Part of me, I don't want to turn into the Prince Charles of all this, but I feel like it's Diana's the bigger deal. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, kind of.
She's eclipsing me in all the choices here. I have to wear a tan suit to my wedding too. Also, Brendan. The loophole is we're on a beach, so I guess now at this point she just wants to blend me in with the sand here. That's what we're gonna do.
You're blending in.
That's what she wants me to do. That's basically it. That's yeah. You hit the nail on the head. But we're going to move into the third topic here, mine. This is a big, I always call it a bender talk here. I've had some of these conversations on repeat with Rob, Under the Influence, and this usually in a group of guys when you're sitting there talking, if you could have a guy's night out, like if you could have beers with, if you can go to dinner with, I broke it down into categories. Who were some of the people you would want to spend that night with? Rob, you're going to start this one.
Right.
I know you're number one. I think I know you're number one.
Okay. The first one that comes to mind would be like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like just smoking some cigars, hanging out. He seems like it would be a great time. He would tell you some stories.
It's a great fucking pick.
Yeah, smoke some stogies. And, and Danny DeVito is always in his stories, so I feel like that might be like if you pick Arnold, you kind of get Danny.
Wait,
in there.
I never even thought of this. If you could sit the both of them down just to talk to them,
and then you get and you're having drinks with the two of them. That sounds fantastic to me.
I hate when you wing a pick and you knock all mine out of the water on that one. The fucking Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I did it based on wrestling, acting, athletes, musicians, and comedians.
I don't know what wrestler I'd want to hang out with.
This is it. Are you going to survive? I thought about it, and I wrote several down, but I settled on 1 and 2.
Like I'd like to try to go toe to toe with Rick, but I don't know how long I'm going to survive.
Rick is my number 1. My number 2 was Kevin Nash, but Kevin Nash always survived the night. It's all his friends. His friends that go down the drain. That's the problem.
I don't want to do Nash because I would just embarrass myself.
I don't want to turn into X-Pac. I don't want to be fucking sneaking Mexican meth on the plane. With you know what I'm saying?
I just don't need Kevin Nash to be like, look at this fucking loser.
That's what he does. It's the best part of it. Brandon, I have more. I'm gonna rattle off in between here, but who is somebody you would want to go have a drink with?
I think wrestling-wise, Andre the Giant, just to see how many he can throw back.
Yeah. Fucking unreal.
That would be a good
And it's on my bucket list to have. I don't even drink beer, but it's on my bucket list to have a beer with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean, yeah, that'd be good.
I wanted to put Stone Cold on here, but there's I want to go out with Stone Cold the character and just raise hell. Like this. He's such a nice man. I listen to his podcast all the time. Like he's just he has all these cats around his barn. He's just like he's very chill.
On his podcast he had told a story about I think he slipped in his bathtub and he kind of hurt himself and he was like he had like a moment where he was like worried about like getting out of the tub or whatever. But he was like, oh, don't let old Stone Cold go down drinking a glass of wine in the tub. I can't be found like this. And ever since then I've had this image of Stone Cold drinking red wine, and I'd have a glass of red wine with Stone Cold.
He's apparently now a big wine guy. That's what it's like. Imagine him breaking wine bottles instead of the beers in the early 90s. Yeah. My actors ones, this was my little ear. Like I would love to hang out with Johnny Depp. One, because he's a musician and he does have a big knowledge on music, so you wouldn't just be talking about, Edward Scissorhands the whole night.
I have a mega glass of wine.
A mega pint.
A mega pint.
I
don't know if it was a mega pint.
I feel we would connect though, me and Johnny on that. I'd be like, Johnny, how bad was Amber? Like, tell me. And I could rattle off like 5 of mine and then just ruin the whole night. My 2 nice ones for actors that I feel I would just have a wonderful evening. Keanu Reeves is just one of my personal heroes, and I just love every movie he does, even the bad ones. They're just great, and he just seems like out of all the celebrities, I've never seen anybody say anything bad about Keanu Reeves ever. Like he's just generally a nice person, and Point Break is the best action movie of all time. So I'm just gonna say shout out to my other friend. I'm gonna say this now. His name is Brandon. I have a friend named Brendan, I have a friend named Brandon, and now there's Brendan Malloy. And I fucked it up on all 3 of them, and they get very personal about my name.
I would imagine.
Do you get pissed when people call you Brandon?
I'm used to it at this point. What pisses me off or what puzzles me is that when they call me Brandon, but they're messaging me on Facebook, and it says my fucking name right there.
It's right there.
But a shout out to Brandon Burkhart. He's the only friend who I recommended a movie to, and he watched it in that week, and it was Point Break. But I feel like I'm doing him more of a favor with that. I gave him the gift of Point Break.
You think Point Break's better than Speed or Matrix? Just in Keanu Reeves?
Yes. For me, my personal...
Because I don't even know if Point Break is Keanu Reeves' best action movie. John Wick, The Matrix. You're putting Point Break above all that?
No, but you have to think about it this way too. It's the time. It was his first action movie, and that's what it makes it. Like Swayze makes it great. To be honest with you, I think if you take Swayze out of the role of Bodhi, and that we've talked about Point Break and The Odyssey so much over the past 6 weeks, but if you take Swayze out of that role, it does change that movie big time. Like if you put Dennis Hopper as maybe Ben.
That might be good.
Oh my God, Jack Nicholson.
Alice Cooper was Keanu Reeves' babysitter.
No, what's that movie?
No, in real life.
Wait, what?
Alice Cooper. Go look it up. Alice Cooper babysat Keanu Reeves when he was a kid in Toronto.
Yep, that's true.
That's true?
Yeah, 'cause Alice Cooper recorded a lot of albums in Toronto, and Keanu's from Toronto, right? Because Keanu's original dream was to be a goalie in NHL.
How many?
Wait, so he was already Alice Cooper when he was doing this?
He was Alice Cooper, and like someone, I just watched the story recently, and Alice knew either Keanu's mom or someone at the house and said, listen, and basically he was recording one of his albums and he brought Keanu into the studio with him and just cool. Like watched him.
Is Keanu Reeves Canadian?
Keanu Reeves is from Toronto.
I believe, Brendan.
That needs to be more championed up there for the Canadians there oh my God.
He's a bass player too. You know he's going on tour with his band this year.
I will say this about Canadians: they get a tough rap down here as like the little brother to Americans, and it's like teasing. It's not real like hate, but the amount of like amazing Canadians like in my Rolodex of like Chris Jericho. As I choke on Ghost, Chris Jericho is a very famous Canadian, but he's actually not Canadian. He's from Long Island.
Wait, he's from Winnipeg.
He was born. We take him.
In Manhattan.
No,
he just played for the Rangers.
Yep, he was born in Port Washington. We're taking him back from the Canadians. I want to start a big rally to make Chris Jericho.
It did say I'm from Port Washington, you idiot.
What?
When he yelled at the guy in the fans.
Did he?
Yeah, they were chanting USA while he was beating somebody up, and he goes, "I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot."
So good.
No, the guy in the crowd said, "Go back to Toronto."
Oh,
yes, I've seen that clip. I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot. To get back, I would love to hang out with Chris Jericho too. He's another one on the list.
I met him last year. He's a nice guy. He likes my reels too. He's like probably 4. He put one of them on his story recently. He likes my stuff online.
That's awesome.
I can't. I would love for Chris Jericho to even look at one of my videos. It's
another pick of mine for this like celebrity hangout thing. I think would be unfucking real. Would have been Jack Nicholson.
Oh, I would hang out with him now at 90 years old still. I guarantee he still throws them back and hangs out. I mean, he's got to have Hollywood stories for years, where you could just sit down and talk to that guy too.
Yes.
Rob, the one you said for wrestling when we were drinking that one night, Mick Foley, you said you would.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know if Mick drinks anymore, but...
I don't even know if he doesn't strike me as somebody who, I don't even think he got involved in drugs or anything like that in that field. He was too busy recovering from injuries. But my Mick Foley story, the first time I ever did comedy, Brendan, was at the Brokerage Club in Belmore here. It's one of Governor's clubs. I was extremely nervous. I was very young. I had all my material written. I didn't do an open mic yet. It just happened to be. Long Island, you can get onto shows by doing bringer shows. So I did a bringer show. I had everybody with me. And the show that was closing before us was Mick Foley's stand-up when he was doing stand-up here. And he walked off stage, and I was standing in the green room behind the curtain and everything like that. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to meet Mick Foley. I'm going to do it right now. It's going to happen. And I shake his hand, and he goes, hey, are you a comedian? I said, yeah, I'm about to. He goes, go up there and kill him, man. And I was like so starstruck from meeting one of my childhood heroes that it didn't register me that I had to go do comedy up there. So when I bombed, there was no sadness really there because it was I met my hero 10 seconds before it, so it was great. But shout out to Mick Foley, by the way, another Long Island legend. He's not Canadian. No, he's Long Island, all the way. But my other ones I have some athletes here. I do have Mickey Mantle, Michael Jordan, and O.J. Simpson. OJ, I just want to talk to. I think I could get the real story out of him.
Oh, you think so?
I think if anybody could do it, it'd be me. 1,000,000%. I have his jersey signed for fuck's sake at my house. So
having drinks with Mickey Mantle would be fucking great.
Now the musicians, I don't think there's any way I survive any of these, but these are mine. Ready? Actually, the two last ones. All right, ready? Here we go. Rapid fire. Tommy Lee from Motley Crue. David Lee Roth, I don't think I survive either one of those. But then to have a genuine conversation, and I still don't know if I'm surviving either one of these two because I heard they were argumentative and they're both dead. I would love to hang out with Kurt Cobain and have dinner. It might be a depressing, dark one, and John Lennon. I would just love to. I heard John Lennon. Tony, if you want to, I know you're a huge Beatles guy. I've seen more and more stuff about him on YouTube that he's a notorious prick. Like he was an asshole, John Lennon.
I've heard a little bit of both, to be honest with you.
I mean, he is God, so you just got,
sometimes you're having a bad day.
you ever?
How many times can you just be stopped in a day before you're kind of a prick to somebody?
That's true. That's
I-
true. As much as like I would love to be like a famous comedian, so that I could like work an arena or anything like that, it has to be fucking grueling to like everybody knows who you are as much,
I'll throw John Cena onto people I'd want to have a drink with. There was some story. Apparently, he's nice to everybody he meets. Like no one's ever seen him.
He's the only celebrity I've seen be a dick to somebody, like
but in a polite.
but then walks back and apologizes. I've seen him do it multiple times.
But there was some story about him. I think it was him and Jericho in Alaska going like drink for drink.
Yeah.
And he put Jericho under the table. Apparently, Cena drank like a monster.
He's fucking 300 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I'd hang out with John Cena for a while just to watch.
there was my favorite story I've heard about them on the road drinking. He was at a hotel drinking, and a couple came up to them, and they were at like the tail end of like a really bad fight, and they were like wanted to get a divorce. And John Cena drank with them the whole night and claims that he kept them married. He talked to them. Mind you, the guy who's so anti having kids and getting married.
Like, no, but it's good for you.
You got to fight for this. You got to always believe. Always.
Well, he believes in commitment. Yeah. If you said you're going to do something, do it.
Yep. And my comedians, to close this before you two rattle them off, I would love to have a beer with Shane Gillis. I absolutely would. I could not go drink for drink with him, no way in hell. Bill Hicks to discuss the world and where it's at now. And Chappelle just to dive into his brain a little bit and see like the way it works. And then I would like to have a drink or dinner with George Carlin now, and I would love to catch him up on everything going on in politics and just everything. And I just want to see that. I crave that so much as a comedian because I loved Carlin's take on the world. I don't know if he'd be able to handle what's going on right now without getting too into it. I know Rob doesn't want to get into politics on the show, but I would love to.
Just hear what he would have to say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Brendan, do you have any more to rattle off before we draw this to a close?
I think Taker would be interesting.
Yeah.
Taker has so many stories, and he's a super nice guy too.
Without his fucking wife there answering the questions for him. Well, I'm allowed to say it. I'm allowed to have an opinion on it. She ruined a really good podcast. I liked that.
He hates the podcast too. Yeah. He said he's done once the contract is up. He's not renewing it.
I love my wife more than anything. I couldn't do this with her, or like I couldn't have her sit in your spot and like interviews. Like I just couldn't. Like it should. They took it. This is back to the first topic. I hate when this happens, but it's happening. This is what WWE does. They find something that's good and then they destroy it. Yeah. There was a really good podcast, and they were like, how could we take this? And they took it, and they put Michelle McCool into it, and they fired the guy who was really great with it, and look what happens now. Taker doesn't want to do it anymore. I'm going to hang out in a...
His persona of being like someone who's withdrawn, I think I'd actually get along well with Brock Lesnar. He's a big metalhead. He's Canadian now. Like he hunts all his own meat. I think there's a lot of things that him and I would have in common too.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Like if he wanted me around, that would be be a good time.
And Brendan, I'm without getting angry at you or like declaring any violence. We just talked about famous Canadians. You are not taking Brock Lesnar from us. You will not take Brock Lesnar from us.
Would you trade Jericho for Brock?
What era?
Brock's Canadian citizen now.
That's true. Also, too, Brock is also from like Fargo, that area. I mean, it's very like when you get into that area. Once Canadian adjacent, yeah. Once like even northern New York, once you hear that certain accent, you're like, oh, okay, you come over the border back and forth. You go to both sides of Niagara Falls, yeah. But Brendan, I do want to draw this to a close. I want to thank you for coming on. We would love to have you on more in the future as well.
It's always great to have you.
Great friend of a show. I would love to have you on as like the Joey Diaz, where you pop in once a month, tell us these stories, and then we have moments of reflection. But give us a big plug again. Let the listeners know where they could find you, and then Rob will send them out.
All right. Yeah, you guys can check me out on Instagram _Brendan Malloy. I'm sure you guys will probably have that in the text of how to spell it when you guys post this up. Brendan Malloy, also on Cameo. If you guys want personalized videos from like Bret Hart or the characters that I impersonate online, or if you have an event you want to book me for an in-person appearance, you can connect with me on there too. And also offer voicemail recordings and phone calls from the characters as well. And appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you so much.
It's great to have you on.
Brendan, not Brandon. Brendan, you are the man. We appreciate it. And Rob, you want to send him off for the week?
Yeah, we'll see you around. See you around, kiddo.
See you later, bud. Have a good one, guys.